Welcome to my 5-minute lecture. This session will introduce you to Paul and Elder's Elements of Thought. You'll see this model in all the Paul and Elder lectures to remind you of how the component parts work together. Become familiar with each, what they mean, and how you can apply them in your communications and analysis, including conversations, writing, and evaluating sources. Many resources throughout the course will refer to and elaborate upon the Paul and Elder model of critical thinking presented here. You'll want to become very familiar with the elements of thought and the vocabulary used. In a nutshell, the elements of thought is a process that helps you methodically identify the problem and dissect it into its component parts, asking questions along the way. The purpose is to add depth to your understanding and analysis and any barriers such as prejudice or bias that contribute to your ability to see things objectively. This is the foundation for the elements of thought. You can see that it's all based on reasoning. Point of view is a person's most basic beliefs, values, and biases. It's who you are and how you look at the universe. It's important to remember that point of view is generally consistent and does not change easily. It's a reflection of who people are inside, what they use to make their assumptions and their decisions. A purpose is always specific. It's difficult to know what we've achieved if the goal is vague. When a goal is precise, then mapping the way to it is easier. Make sure that the purpose is focused and clearly stated. The question needs to be focused so that you know where you're going. Make the question simple to understand even though it may be complicated to answer. Define all terms that might be confusing. The clearer the question, the better your chance of answering it. When we want to make a decision, we need information. Information consists of hard facts that give us clues to what's happening. Information can come from data, observations, facts, experiences, statements, statistics, diagrams, anything that is concrete and can be verified. To be useful, information has to be reliable. It must reflect reality and be free of bias, especially your own. Assess where the information is coming from, who says it, if they're competent, trustworthy, and fair-minded. Be systematic about how you collect the information. Check to see what you think you know is true, and then see how that leads you to want to know other information. An inference is a conclusion we come to by analyzing information. It is inductive reasoning, looking at facts and then making a conclusion from those facts. An interpretation is an inference from a specific point of view. Two people might have the same facts, but with different points of view, they may each come to a different solution to the problem. Conclusions make sense of the data. They're the unifying ideas of the research. In a conclusion, we find a solution to the question at issue. We have it figured out. Interpretations and inferences must be logical. Did you interpret the data correctly? Have you gone deep enough into the data to unearth the most reasonable solution? Is what you've come to the best solution to the problem? Is this the only solution possible? Are there any other solutions that may not work, but are better? Which are inconsequential? Could you be wrong? Concepts give us a common language, a shorthand, so we can all understand things the same way. They are the terms that we need to know to explore the problem. Concepts are abstract ideas that help us organize the world. They name categories that sort out information. Categories group things so that we can talk about the common qualities they have and then see where that quality is found in other places. Look carefully to see which concepts are needed to understand a problem. Are there concepts specific to the problem that need to be explained? All reasoning begins with assumptions. When we think, we must assume certain things to be true without any real proof that they are. We build our thinking upon assumptions. In the element of thought, we look at assumptions as beliefs upon which we base the logic of what's being reasoned about. Assumptions can be presuppositions, what we accept without proof but believe to be true. They are the "let's suppose that" statement that are taken to be fact. Assumptions are also axioms, what is self-evidently true and does not need to be proved. What is obviously the case can be the basis for solid reasoning. Implications are what we think of next because of the interpretations and inferences we've come to. If we continue with the logic of our argument, then we think about the implications, what follows logically from our line of thinking. These are ideas that come from ideas. Consequences, on the other hand, have to do with actions, with what happens when we act on interpretations or inferences. It is about what we do because we have come to a logical conclusion. A consequence has an effect on how people act, actions that come from ideas. Make sure to review this week's lecture for resources that dive deeper into these topics. Thanks for watching.